everybody.
Hello.
Hi. I'm Jolie. I'm also known as Yolanda in case it confuses anybody because my name is pronounced Jolanda. That's why I got the Jolie. But I started as a tutor. I've been with Alice for a year and a half. And I say, don't be afraid, because when I first finished with the workshop, I was looking at the books and everything, like, oh, what did I get myself into? This is quite overwhelming, and the instructions and preparation. But it does get easier. You start to develop a routine, work things. The other thing, too, that she touched on is to talk to the person, find out what are your goals, what is it that your student wants to do and to work with. And I'm very proud of her. We even had a certificate diploma because she went from one, she's gone up already a level. We're working, she started off on Law Back 2, and now she's on Law Back 3. Sue is great as a resource because a couple times we did kind of stumble on a couple things. And it's like, how am I going to approach it? What am I going to do? And she could pull books for me. And like I said, if you can't get to the United Way, she would leave them at the library that's nearby so then I can stop by and get the books, the resources that I needed so that we can work on it. She's a very enthusiastic person. As a matter of fact, I have her so well trained. Every time she goes, I'm doing my homework, I do my homework, I do my homework. Like a crack in the whip on her. I find she's it's great. She's very motivated, very willing to learn. It's nice because if you're used to teaching, I am a nurse, but I am also work with students, nursing students and new grads. And nothing's worse if you have somebody who's unmotivated, doesn't want to, I'm here because I have to be. This is nice that they're volunteering their time and they're trusting you to help them out to reach their goals. So it's nice to have somebody who's excited, enthusiastic, and willing to learn. And thanks, you're gone. But go ahead, talk about your experience.
My experience is, I've wanted this a long time now. And I now can pick up almost most of the books I wanted to and read it. I understood it anyway. I just couldn't pick up all the words. She's a nice lady, and she's outgoing and do whatever I want to, understand. But I enjoy the time we spend together and how she tell me how to do it, and I have the power to do it and the willpower. And first you gotta say you have a problem. Then you gotta do it. And if you don't do it, it's your fault. So, thank you, Julie.
Yeah. And I do find too that there's a lot that should look at and should get overwhelmed. Oh, I can't do this, I don't know, whatever. And it's like, yes, you can. You can break it down in little pieces. And I keep reminding her, remember when we started with 2, you think you're going to be on 3, and where are we? We're at 3. So it's a lot of reinforcement and encouragement and support along with it. Yes, you can. And she's even gotten so motivated, like I said, so motivated that she even sometimes she got adventurous. We couldn't meet one weekend because we usually meet every Saturday, and we couldn't meet. She said, we came in, she says, oh, just to let you know, I went ahead of time to see if I could do the homework for the next lesson. Oh my God, jump the gun on me.
And I used to work for the library at PG County, and I worked 21 years. They let me retire because I have cerebral palsy. So I knew a little bit then, enough to get me by. But I don't want to get me by now. I want to learn the whole 9 yards. But if y'all want to know, there's adult reading at the library. They're called click books. Down here, for people that have a hard time reading, or for adults, instead of going to the children department, they can go to adults, and ask for, adult reading books. They don't have too many down here. They have 20 books, 20 different books. But I used to work at PG County, and they have a bunch of books.
Oh, that's good to know.
Because the adults don't want to go in the children department for children. But if they have their own type of books, it's great because I bring a lot to you.
Yeah, we found some really interesting books. Instead of, see Dick, Jane, or whatever, for adult, they can't really relate to that. But we found one, it was so adventurous, it's like, you know, a lesson was over, oh no, I gotta find out what happened
I
next.
know.
We
Ghost
can't leave,
story,
you know.
and then there was, yeah, so we have found some other books that are more of interest that we enjoy, more
Right.
adult level.
I have some more.
Yeah, I know.
But they mostly have them a lot in PG County. See, Charles County don't have a lot of money, so.
But I told her we can request for them to borrow them, so that
Yeah.
will work. So just be adventurous, go out, there are resources out there, all you have to do is just ask and, you know, we can be your resources as well, or some suggestions, and we can share with each other. Maybe you figured out something that somebody else didn't, so it's like a whole network.
Right.
Do you have any questions of these ladies?
I have a question for Alice.
Oh my God.
What did you call it? I didn't hear.
Adult reading of books.
Click?
Click.
Yeah, they also.
Click.
Oh,
Click
Cliff,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Cliff
yeah.
Notes?
Oh,
Oh,
No, you use them in college. Cliff, C-L-I-F-F, Cliff Notes.
No,
No.
no,
Click.
click.
Yeah, click.
Like
Yeah,
Like that?
Adult, yeah,
Yes.
adult, yeah.
Okay,
Adult reading, but they call it click.
okay,
Like,
thank you.
What Sue and I use is not the juvenile books. They're, as they said, they're too immature for her age group. But the adult books are way over their heads of what she wants at this point in time, so I always strive for the young adult. But my resources in both of the branches that I frequent, the resource librarian is very good too about being able to help me find them in the book. I can't find them always in the computer. She says, well, here, this is where you would go to get this. So they've been very helpful. But I give Sue a chance first, and if she can't help me out, then I go over to the library. So that's another one of those skills I'm gaining back that I've kind of lost over the years. Network.
You can also borrow any books from the state library in Baltimore. If you find a book that you need, they will send it to your library. So if you find some of those, they will send them.
Any other questions? Thank you, ladies.
Thank you
so
so
much.